Now, as chiefs and people of Bunkprugu appeal for a review of the 15-hour curfew, government says it may be forced to rather intensify it if they don't behave. The chiefs and people of Bunkprugu Yoyo in the northern region say they've started experiencing the devastating effects of the over a week-old curfew and want government to immediately review it. The area is under a 15-hour curfew following the chieftaincy conflict, which claimed 2 lives and destroyed several property. The Interior Minister Mark Woyongo and regional ministers from the northern and upper east regions yesterday spent time touring the troubled town, speaking to the people about the need to maintain peace in the area. Residents told Joy News how the curfew has crippled everything in the area and called for a review.
So I'm here today, I'm in Bunkprugu, where there have been disturbances since last week. In fact, 2 people died and a number of houses were burnt. Today, the Interior Minister is here with his colleagues from the Upper East and Northern region, and they are here to speak to parties in the conflict and see for themselves conditions here. Residents are already calling for a review of the curfew. It starts from 4 p.m. to 6 a.m. and they are not comfortable with it. I've also been speaking to people about what they make of this curfew, and as you can see, a number of security men here with their vehicles. They are trying to ensure that there is total peace in this area. Residents are rushing home. As you can see, this place used to be a very busy area, but because of the curfew, which starts any moment from now, they are rushing home and they can't really work well.
Nalerugo, Gambaga have been very peaceful. I want to appeal to you to ensure that the other traditional areas under your jurisdiction enjoy the same peace as Gambaga and Nalerugo enjoy the peace. That is my special appeal to you. Let me also use this opportunity to say that we have this serious proliferation of arms into this part of the country.
He is very convinced that because of the deaths that occurred, that influence the youth to come out and misbehave. Most of the elder group are not part of that. It's just few who are doing this. And we are all fortunate that we had security men at hand, and that at the time it started, the security were able to intervene, and that actually stalled what would have happened there.
The curfew is affecting us in a way. You know, we are in the district capital. Some people come from other communities to come and work here.
The curfew, it is good they have imposed it, looking at the way our people were misbehaving. But the other way around, in fact, it's affecting us too much. One, you know, Bunkprugu, it is a deprived district, whereby this time of the day, that the people who come out to, as vendors, they can't come out in the night to sell anything at all. Our school children, they don't go to schools. We workers, I did not be, you are coming now. By now we shall be in our houses.
I want to assure you that so far, those we have arrested, we are investigating. We are not the final authority. The court is the final authority, or the judiciary is the final authority. So, if somebody is arrested and is taken to court, and the court says you are free or go to prison, please do not vent your anger on the security services.
But addressing the chiefs and people, Mark Woyongo said this request cannot be granted now until the people behave.
Those of you who have the arms and ammunition, you better go and give them to the police or the security agencies before they conduct an exercise and catch you with those weapons. You have no business carrying an AK-47 weapon. Neither do you have any business carrying a G3 weapon. Even shotgun, you need license to possess a shotgun. But we just acquire these things and we shoot with reckless abandon, killing innocent people. We will not tolerate this. And I think that you better change. Use your money for something else. Look, we are all poor in the three northern regions. Poverty is staring at us in the face every day. And when we get the least money, instead of us to use it to spend it on the education of our children, we use it to go and buy weapons. And we are killing brother and sister.
The Interior Minister also mentioned a swoop security agencies will be embarking upon shortly. Now, some senior high school graduates say
through the barrel of the gun. No, we won't sit down. And you know, we have our men here, we have the soldiers, we have the police here. If you shoot one, they will shoot 10. Now, who will baptize you if you kill one of them? If you kill one of them, hundreds of you will die. So this is a stern warning to all of you. Let us behave ourselves. Look, you've had to go indoors 4 o'clock. Is that what you want? 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the morning? You should have been doing business. But now everybody has been forced indoors. Is that what you want? Very soon the rains will come. You need to farm up to about 6, 7 o'clock. So don't you think that the curfew is going to affect your farming activities? You better behave. If you don't behave, the curfew will not be relaxed. If you even cause more trouble, will give you more hours to stay inside. I remember when I was regional minister, Boko, I made them to stay indoors for 23 hours. They had only 1 hour to come out, take some fresh air, go to toilet, drink water, and go back. I don't think we want to go back to those days. So I expect that you comport yourselves.
some senior high school graduates say the Education Ministry should scrap the regulation which makes it mandatory for them to keep their hair trimmed, especially if in the final years. Now, this comes after 3 SHS students were denied the opportunity to write their final paper because their hair was bushy.
You completed school 2013, 3 years ago.
Yes.
Tell me your experience. Did you have to barber your hair or you kept it bushy as I see Manuela's own in your final year?
No, we had to trim it down. We had to trim it down because they didn't like it when our hair was bushy.
And so when it happens in the exam room, I mean, whilst you're writing the exam, the scissors will be brought to just debunk you. Well, then, didn't that cause you to lose concentration?
It makes you angry, like you don't feel like even writing again because how they debunk your hair.
The way they do it
in a nasty way,
and the way they do it too. The way they do it, if you say you are going to trim the rest of the hair, you have to go bald.
Wow. Were there other nationals or other people who are allowed to braid their hair?
You only be allowed to braid your hair in SHS if you have a medical report.
That says what?
Maybe you have a head condition, so you're not supposed to trim your hair, also affect your brain or something.
But when you're disciplined, you're always disciplined.
Do you think it should remain in the law books of senior high schools or it should be scrapped?
It should be scrapped.
Why?
It doesn't make sense.
Really?
It really doesn't make sense because if you are disciplined, you are disciplined. And when my school was, it was in a valley in the middle of 4 mountains. So when it's dry season, it's like you're in winter.
So you think that it should be...
At least it helps protect the head because of the way my head is, I have sinus problems. Very bad sinus problems. So anytime the cold comes, then it affects my sinuses, my nose, my eyes start running and all that. So the warmth in my hair helps me a bit. So,
but if this should be waived, say for schools that are in cold, in regions where the weather is cold, it should be waived for them so they keep their hair. And in those in the south, because it's so hot here, it should be allowed. Don't you think it will not be fair?
So they should just tell everyone to keep their hair and just keep it neat.
Well, we'll bring you the full story at midday where we get you reactions from the Ghana Education Service as well as school authorities on Joy News today at 12. But for now, that will be it for the hour. My name is Kwabna Chenchen. For more news, do well to log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a good morning.